Hi everyone, it's Cheryl Washington coming from my living room. Hold on one second. How are you? I'm so glad you decided to tune in and listen to my video. How many of you have heard of Jim Rohn? R-O-H-N. Well, Jim is a motivational speaker, and I had the opportunity to watch a video of his on YouTube, and I've got so much out of it that I just want to share what I learned. So basically what Jim did in this video is he talked about success. And, you know, he had a rags to riches type of story. And people would come up to him and ask, you know, why are you failing? Why aren't you doing, you know, some of the things that, you know, we know that you're capable of doing? And, you know, throughout life, he would always blame other things. And, you know, I'm sure, you know, most of us have done this at some point in our life. You know, we either say, hey, I had a bad, if you're in high school, I had a bad teacher. In college, I had a bad teacher. Oh, it's my job. It's the government. It's healthcare. It's taxes, you know, all those kind of complaints. And that is so common that, you know, we often come up with all of these different reasons of why we haven't achieved the success that we want to achieve, or we thought we would achieve at some point, right? And there's a fallacy in that argument, and that's what he talked about. What he talked about, and it never occurred to him, as it doesn't occur to most of us, which is why, you know, I really got a lot out of this video, and I wanted to share this with you. But it never occurred to him to say to someone, you know what, I'm not where I want to be because of my personal philosophy. So it's more than just saying, you know, taking responsibility and putting the onus on you. It's your personal philosophy. Now, you know, philosophy, we talk about, you know, our belief system. We've often heard the saying, you know, we are the sum total of our experiences. That is true, but that doesn't mean our experiences have to define who we are or set our path towards the future. You know, we are thinking creatures, right? And so what he talked about, what I found really interesting is, if you do a few small, or not necessarily small, but if you do a few errors, and you repeat those errors every day, what road are you going down? What is going to be your path, right? You're repeating the same few errors every single day. Well, you know, you're going to lead to a pattern of a road of disaster, basically, right? Well, you know, when you think about it, the opposite is also true. How about, instead of these errors, why don't we come up with some disciplines, right? And repeat those same disciplines every single day. Now look at the road ahead of you, right? It's starting to look bright. So, you know, change the way you think. Come up with ideas. Think of outside of the box. Take risks and do those every single day. One analogy that I thought was excellent is that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And he talked about his father, you know, being up in age and always being healthy, never getting sick. He remembered as a child that, you know, his father always, before he went to bed, he always had an apple. And so, hence, he lived by an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And he talked about how his health has always been strong throughout the years, as well as his children. And so, you know, once in a while, well, now with the internet, it's really more than once in a while, you'll have somebody come along and take one of those expressions, and they'll say, well, instead of an apple a day, let's say a Hershey's candy bar a day will keep the doctor away. No, 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 no. We know that's not how that goes, right? So, you know, basically, when you look at the things that you are doing in your life, are you living by the apple a day keeps the doctor away, which we know is eating healthy? Or are we living by that Hershey a day, that fallacy, that bad thinking, which is going to hold us back? So, make sure that you are knowledgeable about what your personal philosophy is. If you're not achieving the goals that you want, it's not because you're too old, too young, too black, too white, too skinny, too not skinny. That's not why. Look at your personal philosophy. Look at that red apple versus that Hershey bar. I do marketing. I coach people in marketing, and I coach them to blog once a day. Are you blogging once every other day? Every 2 or 3 days? The Hershey bar. Or are you blogging every day? The apple, right? So make sure that you are doing those small steps. They don't have to be huge steps. Start off gradual. Work your way up. You will find that you will start achieving some of the goals that you want to achieve by getting rid of the negative habits. Okay? Anyway, I will talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye. My apple.